I'm gonna try to say this as respectful as possible. I didn't take your engagement ring to Miranda. I was focused on my son. It was my final supervised visit. You think I'm stealing rings? Why should I listen to anything you say? Why should I believe anything that you say? When you've stolen money from us before. From our house at a supervised visit. I never stole nothing from no one's house. Okay, at none of my supervised visits. I don't know how this all got started, but I didn't steal nothing. And I definitely didn't steal your ring because, again, I'm focusing on my son. I'm focusing on my mom, who's a wreck. And I thought you people had nanny cams in the house. You know, we have nanny cams up in the house. So everything you're saying right now. You have nanny cams in the house? So then why are you having a hard time finding the ring? Why don't you do everyone a favor? Yourself, your son, when he grows up and finds out you stole an engagement ring from his stepfather, why don't you do everyone a favor and just admit that you took the ring? Make things easy on yourself and stop incriminating yourself right now. I didn't steal anything. So I don't know what there's to admit to. You don't have me on camera taking anything because I didn't steal anything. And again, if you have your nanny cams, why... I see. You're trying to get me... You're bluffing. You don't have nanny cams and you're trying to get me to admit to something. I didn't steal anything. And I was with my mother the whole time. Alright? So I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't me or my mom. I don't believe you. Not one single word. I don't believe you. Why don't you believe me? Simply because I'm your baby's mother's ex-husband and you don't like me? I know we have our differences, but you have to admit, sometimes you're just looking for things on me. Okay, I haven't bothered no one lately. I'm giving up custody of my son on December 2nd. I had my last visitation right. I'm trying to get my life together, and you're just fishing for problems at this point. I wouldn't even put it past you if you're just making this up, and there was no ring to begin with, but I ain't even gonna go there. I didn't steal the ring. I didn't. So if you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. You know what? Let the police come here and search the house. I called you out of courtesy to drop the charges against me or whatever you're doing, to just not name me as a suspect and not name my mom, because my mom did not steal anything. She didn't. You think while there's a supervisor here, we're rummaging through the house looking for a ring to steal it? Your silence speaks volumes. Why don't you question Miranda's mother? I know she don't like you, right? So maybe she took the ring. I really don't think she did. But maybe she did. Question the supervisor who was there. But I swear on everything, I didn't take the ring. My mom didn't take the ring. I don't like you. I don't want you marrying Miranda. And I pity you. Because if you're stupid enough to marry that woman, with all the problems that she brings to everyone's life, I pity you. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Let the cops come search up the house, because there's nothing here. Kristen, I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want you to take offense to it. But I just got off the phone with your former son-in-law. And for the first time in my life, I believe him more than I don't believe him. I don't believe him. But I believe him more than I don't believe him. I don't know if his mother had anything to do with the ring missing, but I have a feeling that she didn't, given her state of mind. So I have to ask you, as the father of your daughter's baby, I won't even be mad. I just want to know the truth. Did you take my engagement ring for her? No. I didn't take your engagement ring. I wouldn't steal something like that. Family court and the police are very convinced that it wasn't the supervisor. They're still questioning the supervisor. That leaves you, your former son-in-law, and his mother. I really don't think... Are you really being honest with me? I already told you that I didn't want you marrying my daughter. You came to me and asked for her hand, and I said no. I don't need to resort to stealing an engagement ring when you can easily go buy another one. Doesn't make sense. You still don't want me marrying her? I still don't believe that you were right for my daughter. I don't think you both are compatible, even though you have a child. I hate how much you argue. I hate how unhappy she is at times. I hate the general vibe that you both bring to this house. And I know you share a daughter together, but I love my granddaughter. And I'm simply tolerating your relationship. You asked me if I wanted you to marry my daughter, and I said no. And it's the same thing, but that doesn't mean that I need to steal an engagement ring. I love your daughter. I really do. The ring that I got her was $13,000. I have never been happier having a child with her. And sure, I have a temper. Sure, we argue a lot, and a lot of those arguments are my fault. And a lot of the times I don't know how to handle myself in certain situations, and I have fumbled being a stay-at-home dad. But I love your daughter. Whether we have a ring or not, whether we get married or not, I'm not going anywhere.